The Hayworth Hotel was cheap. That's why I picked it. Brick exterior. For stories. Just old enough to feel haunted without needing to try. I moved into room 201. Second floor. Decent bed. Weak water pressure. I was in town for a new job, just staying a month or two until I found a place. When I checked in, the desk clerk, a worn-out man named Mr. Lansing, handed me the key and said, "Third floor is off limits. Water damage. Been empty for years. If you hear anything up there, it's just the building settling." I hadn't mentioned noise. That night, around 2:30 a.m., I woke up suddenly. Thud. Footsteps. Directly above me. Pacing in slow loops. I sat up, heart beating hard. It wasn't pipes. Not the wind. I know what footsteps sound like. I was in the military. You learn fast. I crept into the hallway and listened. It was quiet again. The second night, the footsteps came back. But this time, there was a dragging noise too. Like something heavy being pulled across the floor. Then, a loud slam right above my head. I jumped. The ceiling shuddered with the impact. Dust rained down from the light fixture. I grabbed a flashlight, stormed up the stairs to the third floor, but the stairwell door was chained shut. Padlocked. Thick rusted links. I rattled it, tested its strength, solid. No way anyone had gone through. Except the dust was disturbed. A single footprint marked the landing. Barefoot. What? The next few days blurred. The noises got worse. I stopped sleeping. One night, I set my phone to record audio. Left it running on the nightstand. Next morning, I listened. At 2:58 a.m., static. Then, clicking. Fast. Repetitive. Like someone tapping their fingernails across the wall behind my headboard. At 3:03, a deep whisper. I replayed it 10 times before I made out the words. "Don't look at the window." I hadn't looked. Until that moment. I turned and froze. The curtains were wide open. I always kept them shut. But now they were parted, and in the reflection of the window, I saw someone standing behind me. When I spun around, the room was empty. But the imprint of bare feet marked the carpet by the window. That was it. I had to know. I waited until the next night, 2:30 a.m. Armed with a crowbar I bought from a gas station, I headed back to the third-floor stairwell. The padlock was still there. But the chain was gone. Not hanging. Not broken. Just gone. The door creaked open on its own. The hallway was completely dark, but I kept going. Dust kicked up around my boots as I moved, flashlight beam jittering from wall to wall. I passed 303. 305. Then I saw it, room 301. The door wasn't just unlocked. It was ajar. And swaying. From inside, I heard something breathing. Slow. Raspy. What? I raised the crowbar and kicked the door open. The smell hit first, rot. Old sweat and mold. I stepped in, flashlight trembling in my grip. The room looked like mine, but aged like it had been rotting for decades. Wallpaper was shredded. A thick black mold crawled up the corner walls. Furniture coated in dust. And in the middle of the room, a chair facing the corner. Someone sat in it. A man slumped forward. I shouted, "Hey!" No response. I circled slowly. His skin was gray, rubbery. His jaw hung too low, like it had been pulled down. And his eyes were gone. Hollow sockets still wet. That's when I heard the door creak shut behind me. I turned, crowbar up. No one. But when I turned back to the chair, he was gone. Just the chair. Still rocking. I bolted out of the room. As I ran down the hallway, lights began bursting, one by one behind me. Pop, pop. I hit the stairs, took them 2 at a time. But when I reached the second-floor landing, my room door was open. Inside, someone was sitting on my bed. Back to me. Breathing slow. Same posture. Same chair pose. It was him. Except when I flicked on the light. It was me. Sitting in my bed. Eyes closed. Lips moving silently. I dropped the crowbar and backed away slowly. The lights flickered and he opened his eyes. You saw him. Now he sees you. I blinked, and the room was empty again. I backed out of the room in a daze, stumbled back to the stairwell and dropped the keys. I left them there. I didn't look back. I didn't check out. I just drove. I didn't even go back for my things. I drove 3 states away. Slept in my car. Didn't sleep at all, really. That night, at a gas station bathroom, I noticed something in the mirror. On my neck. 3 long scratch marks. like fingers dragged across neck up my cheek. I never felt it happen. A week later, a package arrived at my new apartment. No return address. Inside, a single hotel room key, the number 301 etched into the tag, and a note. Type. Plain. You left the door open. We found you. I sleep with the lights on now. Not that it helps. He still comes. And every night I hear the chair start to creak. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe.